Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. This is Miss Gloria with Our Lifestyle Today. Here's the deal. It's the end of the year, and we do a lot of thinking, and we do a lot of, renumerating and thinking about the past and Facebook and all these social medias do all this remember when, making us, think and remember about Christmas last year, Thanksgiving last year. And then we have people that passed away and they're not here with us anymore. And it can be a rough time of the year for a lot of us. And I just want to be here to say, you know, we just do the best we can. We can't do more than that. We can't do what's expected by others. And my condolences to all of us that are grieving and that are, that have had loss over these, this year and these past years. And sincerely, my condolences. And the way I've dealt with my grief is I've actually just kept busy, honestly. In the beginning, it was quite rough and it was very, very, very difficult. I don't act as if it was a piece of cake. I'm not the same person that I was when all of it first took place. I would say I'm wiser. I would say I'm more, I don't know, it has really softened me up. I was already soft. Now I'm just a big old, cotton candy, sponge ball. Just, I absorb a lot. And I also noticed that I protect my personal space. I protect my feelings. I protect my aura. I don't let stress come into my life. And if it does come, like I have adult kids, so stress will come occasionally. But I know how to put a stop to it. I know how to squash it, and that's important to know. Boundaries, limits. It doesn't matter if it's your children or your job or your dog or your cat. It doesn't matter who it is. You have to figure out a way to make sure you keep control over what's important in your life, which of course is your peace of mind. And me, I'm an older person. I am what you would call an older adult, a senior, and I want to make sure that I live a quality, quality of life for as long as possible. Not just live a long life, but well into my 70s and my 80s. I want to, even if I've slowed down quite a bit, I want to have quality of life, and I'm not going to let anyone spoil that. And it's not going to happen if I don't take control of it. I've noticed some changes from, how Facebook says, remember this or remember that. I noticed from 2022 to now, I noticed some changes in my face, and with regard to stress, not lines and stuff like that. And I've noticed changes in quite a few things that I would not have noticed if I didn't have those pictures to look at. And so I said, might be something I need to do because everything is starting to look a little bit different. And I'm starting to feel different within the past 3 years. And when I was 55, I didn't notice that. Now I'm way up past 55 and I'm in my 60s now. So I'm like, what in the world is going on? And I want to, I don't have my parents like to measure. They say you can take the death of your parents and kind of measure like when your time will probably be around. Well, my dad was about, I think he was 76. I would have to look on the obituary because he might have been 74. But my mom, her life was taken when she was only 44 in a vicious killing. And so I can't use my mom to measure how long I'm going to live. I've outlived her by about 20 years. So that doesn't help. So if it's my dad, then that means I would only have, if I'm really blessed, about 10, maybe 13 years of being here. And, and I do have some health things that I need to stay on top of in order to make sure that that happens. And so I just want to say, being a positive person, being upbeat, being hopeful has really helped me. And like I say, more importantly, staying away from stress or minimizing it as much as I can. I take care of things that just pop up, like, certain bills or things that are out of my control as quickly as possible. I get it over with. I deal with it. If I have issues, like let's say at my church or my bank or whatever, I take care of it immediately. I don't sit and stew. As my family would say, my parents would say, stewing over this and stewing over that. And that's the old days, right? Nope, not going to do that. I'm not going to let toxins run through my body, and next thing you know, it turns into something else, something that I can't control. I'm not going to deal with that. And I just wanted to wish everyone a prosperous new year coming up. And apparently, with it being so difficult now with the high prices and with what's happening with if you're in America, I'm talking to you, but what's going on with the prices, it's 3 times, it's 3x it used to be in a short time ago. And I've noticed that. So I've noticed I eat differently. I don't know if you've noticed from my videos, I have over 750 videos around about now. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I look a little bit different because I've lost weight. And I kind of did it on purpose. I just started eating differently. I don't eat as much meat. I eat more vegetables, and I don't eat after like 6 or 7 in the evening. And I do some naughty things, perhaps. I know I cut ice cream out 100%. I miss my Haagen-Dazs, and I'll probably just eat some for my birthday. But I haven't eaten ice cream in, oh my goodness, it's been years. I just don't eat ice cream anymore. It first started out because of the weight, and because eating Haagen-Dazs was like, it was such an addiction. And so I was like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm Haagen-Dazs, vanilla, rum raisin, butter pecan, my favorite. So I think I'll just do that for my birthday or something like that. But I stopped eating ice cream. I lost, well, let's put it this way. As a woman, you would know, I used to be a size 14. Now I'm down to a size 8. And I'm comfortable. Got rid of the thighs, no, Botox, and because I'm not one for BBL and all that. Even when I was younger, I didn't want that. That's not my style. So I got rid of all that. And my belly fat, the stuff that comes with menopause, that's gone. It's just nothing. When I lay down, everything's flat. I'm like, yay. But that's fine with me. I feel better. I feel more comfortable. When I walk, I feel free, so it's not about being skinny or being, gordo. It's about how I feel and what's happening with my heart, which I'm watching, and what's happening with my blood pressure and my cholesterol, and what's happening with my liver and all those important organs, which, thank you, Jesus, I don't have any problem with all of those organs. I just don't have it, and I don't want it. And I stay away from the salt. I do need to watch my sugar, though, because even though I don't eat ice cream, I do like to eat pie. So I wanted to wish my people, thank you for being a subscriber if you've gotten this far. I hope to get more subscribers so that I can, I've been on for a while. It'd be nice to be able to do more. I do have more to offer. I have a couple of books I need to post on, and I do quite a bit, and I have another project coming up that I would like to introduce to my subscribers. So I just want to say thank you so much, and I appreciate you all for sticking in there with me through all my shorts, because I make a lot of short videos. I don't make a lot of long videos anymore. I used to make them a year or so ago. It's my little girl singing, but I just don't. And I think I want to do some more of that. I want to make more videos, just really talking about the things that are important to me. Like how I don't see my how I lost 2 grandchildren, not to death, but to life. My son and his wife, they separated, divorced, and so now the grandkids are gone. And the mother, not to blame her, but because of the way the divorce and all of that happened with him and her, she doesn't want me to see the kids, and I had nothing to do with it. We didn't live in the same state. I wasn't even in touch with my son at all. We weren't talking. It's just like, you're his mother, so you have anything to do with him, then no, you don't want my guy. And that's going to be a video in of itself. A lot of us grandparents are going through that, and we have nothing to do with any of that. It's just, it is what it is. Sometimes things do come down to the point where it is what it is. So I would like to talk about that. I would like to talk about the state of everything that's going on in our country. I would like to talk about what are you guys going to do for retiring. I would like to talk about raising grandchildren, and when you're trying to raise yourself, as far as you're trying to retire. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to move on. You're trying to be in your 60s, and you got grandkids, and you got little kids that are in their teens, and you're trying to figure out, how am I going to enjoy the latter part of my years and raising my children, whether it's because your child's on drugs or disabled like mine, or any reason you could wind up with your grandkids. I would like to talk about that. I would also like to talk about how the senior citizens residents don't allow children in them when there is millions of us raising grandchildren. So we can't even get into a senior citizens facility to live for economic reasons, because our pensions or our Social Security is low, because we have children that we have had since birth that are like literally our children, even if they didn't come out of us biologically. I would like to talk about that on a video as well. So many topics, and so I would like to say, like I said again, have a wonderful, amazing, and great new year, and be safe. More importantly than anything, if you're here in the United States of America, figure out how to be safe. Figure out how to keep your family safe. Figure out how to keep yourself safe. Be well. Take your medication. Stay hydrated, and check in with me. See how I'm doing. Yeah, that would be nice. I love this community. It's really helpful. We don't. A lot of us are not near our families, physically near them. We just can do FaceTime. We don't see, so we have each other. I'm a real person. I'm not a bot. And great with this AI coming up, and I'd like to talk about that. See what you think about that. And so this is Miss Gloria. I'm still Miss Gloria. I may look a little bit different, but I'm still Miss Gloria. And remember, this is our lifestyle today.